possible to actually earn money on Teachers Pay Teachers, especially if you're just starting out? Can you start in today's market and still make income from TPT? The answer is yes. And I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to talk about my numbers, but also our students' numbers inside the Resource Academy, who are some of them just starting out and earning money within the first week of joining. So I want to talk about my numbers first because I like to be super transparent with what I am earning, what is possible. I'm not saying that everyone is going to be able to earn the same or you're going to have the exact same results as me. I don't know what's going to work for you and what's not, but I can tell you if you get some proper training, it is so much easier and faster to make money and to actually list your resources the right way so that they actually sell. It's so important. So let's talk about what I have actually earned over the last 12 months. I did a big update to my store after not touching it for 3 years. At the end of 2024 into spring of 2025, I updated everything in my store. I have 300-ish resources and I updated so many things. I actually have a whole episode about the updates that I did. You can go back and listen to that, but I updated my cover pictures, my thumbnails, my previews. I used Seller Spy to update the titles and the descriptions, and we actually have a training created by the creator of Seller Spy, Colleen. She made a exclusive training just for us, for members inside the Resource Academy, which, by the way, the Resource Academy is open actually starting today, this week only, at 50% off. If you are already in the challenge, then you're going to get those emails, but it's not too late. Go ahead and join our challenge, and then you can get an invite to that 50% off. You can join by heading to lindsaybowden.com/challenge. You can catch up on the challenge and then make sure you grab 50% off for the Resource Academy. That's lindsaybowden.com/challenge. Okay, so let's just start with kind of what I was making last spring. Starting in April of 2024, I made $3,482, and then in May, $3,700, in June, $2,900, in July, $3,100, August, $4,100, and that's when I was kind of thinking something seems different. I was teaching people how to make money on TPT, but I had not been following my own advice because I was too busy helping you guys. Okay, so I was teaching people how to be successful. They were getting great results, but I saw that my numbers were going down because I hadn't updated my titles to include the right keywords. I hadn't been using best practices for my thumbnails and previews. And so I thought, okay, if I'm teaching people this, I need to walk the walk and I need to update my store. So I started updating my store at the end of the year. So September, I earned $3,500, October, $3,500, November, $2,800, December, $2,700. And these numbers were low for me. Then in January, my monthly income from TPT, and by the way, this is just TPT alone. This is not from like programs or anything else that I sell. This is only money directly from TPT. In January, I earned $4,400. In February, $4,800. In March, $5,300. And let me look up my April monthly income. It just really continued to go up from there, which was really exciting because I saw that the hard work that I had done and with the help of a VA had done. In April, I earned $5,700, and then I'm recording this in May, and I believe that I'm going to hit over $6,000 in May based on the numbers and where they are right now. So super exciting to see that actually doing what I'm telling you guys to do worked. And I immediately started seeing more views, more sales. So that is what I have been earning. And I know that in the summer it'll go back down again. That is the same for everyone. But August, hopefully, will be a big month. And I cannot wait to tell you guys my August income. By the way, I always share my monthly income on Instagram. So if you're not following me over there, make sure you head to @LindsayBowden. And I have a whole highlight about my income. And then I also share income from some of our members. I just want to say that if you're just starting out or you're not making that amount of income, or maybe you've been on TPT for a while and you're like, I'm never going to get there. I know how you feel. And I know everyone always says that, but I really know how you feel. When I first started, I really thought that I would never, ever make more than $100 in a year. And I took that feeling and I still continued to be consistent with uploading products. Really, I started my TPT tour in 2017, did not take it seriously, but when I got pregnant with with my first baby in 2019. I put my blinders on. I said, I may never get to those really top big sellers, but I don't care. I want to stay home with my baby, and I am going to try my hardest and be as consistent as possible with uploading resources. And it paid off. I now replaced my teacher salary. Now, I don't know if I could have quit my job forever just from my TPT salary alone, but it has been a huge blessing for our family, and it has been a starting point for so many other streams of income. And I actually see that in our programs as well. I see teachers that they start on TPT. I think it's the best first side hustle, but then they expand. We have members who are selling workbooks on Amazon KDP. We have a member who got hired by her district as a curriculum developer because of the skills that she learned in our program, the Resource Academy. There's so many other wins that I could share with you guys from people in our program. Karen, she creates U.S. history resources, high school U.S. history and middle school, and she is earning $175 a month consistently. And then Lori, she is creating resources she has a lot of holiday resources, which I love, for K through 5th grade, and she's earning 3 figures a month. Samantha, she makes math resources. She is earning 4 figures a month consistently. We have people that have hit their milestones. One of our members, Tara, she hit 50K, which is incredible. Another one of our members, she has earned $18,000 total from her resources. Another one that I can think of, she makes ELA for like 4th, 5th grade. She hit $1,000 recently, and she is consistently earning 3 figures every single month. So she's going to be hitting $5,000 very soon. So we're just seeing a ton of amazing results when people actually get the proper training. Now, here's where I see people not getting the results they want. So maybe you are brand new and you haven't even started yet, and you're worried TPT is saturated or it's all been done before. That's not true, but there is competition. So if you're not getting the proper training, you're not going to be uploading your resources the right way. I see it all the time. People DM me and say, I've had my store for a while, but it's crickets. TPT doesn't work. I actually get that on my ads a lot too. So I run a lot of ads, and I'm telling people, I can help you get started. And people will say, TPT is saturated. I tried and I didn't make 1 single cent. I'm like, it's because you didn't get any training. I guarantee you, if you shared your store link with me, I can immediately tell you did not get any proper training. It is so important to learn from someone who has been where you are and then has successfully been able to sell their resources on TPT. So getting proper training is so, so important. That is the number one tip, I would say, to earning income on TPT, is to get some training. And I've already told you guys, we are having a free challenge this week, and then the Resource Academy is open. That is the perfect place to start. It is going to tell you exactly how to make quality resources and upload them the correct way so that you can be earning 3-4 figures a month consistently on Teachers Pay Teachers. So lindsaybowden.com/challenge. A few other things that I think are really important to make sure that you are actually earning the money that you want to on TPT. If your resources are not found in the search, then no one is going to find them and buy them. So Seller Spy has been a game changer for my titles and my descriptions. I actually had Colleen, the creator of Seller Spy, on the show, so you can go back and find that one. It's all about TPT SEO. It has really increased my views significantly, and I know it's because of the titles and the descriptions and having those low competition keywords in there. That is so important to be found in the search. If you are creating resources for a niche that might be you might have more competition. I don't want to say saturated because I don't feel like any niche is saturated, but there might be more competition, and you are just using really high competition keywords like sight words game. No one is going to find you in the search. You have to find keywords that are low competition and then make resources around that. That's a great way to find resources that are actually going to sell. Also, your covers. So your titles are what is going to help you be found in the search, and then your covers are what is going to stop the scroll. And the covers are just the square pictures that you see on TPT. It's the first impression of your resource. So if you don't have a high quality, professional looking cover, then people are just going to scroll past you. Even if you're found in the search, they're not going to stop the scroll. We have templates inside the Resource Academy for professional, high quality covers, and I give you examples because that is the second most important thing. And then after that, once someone clicks into your resource, then your previews need to be really good. And yes, every single product needs to have a preview unless it's free, then you can't have a preview. But every single product needs to have all 3 thumbnails, and every single product needs to have a really good description explaining exactly what is covered, how many pages, how many student pages, how easy it is to use, what standards it covers, really explain in detail how that resource is going to help that teacher. Because digital products are interesting because it's not like you can try it on like a new jacket. You can't try it on or take a test drive. So showing them the resource with the covers and thumbnails and previews, and then giving them a description of the resource, that is the test drive. And so if those things aren't really beefed up, then you're not going to get the conversions. And I feel like a lot of teachers, they spend so much time making the resource, which you should. It should be high quality, but then they like rush through the covers and the thumbnails, and they're just like, I just want to get this uploaded. I did that too. That's why my sales were tanking, and that's why now I'm doing so much better, because I went back and did what I'm telling you to do. And now I'm seeing a big increase because I have the previews, I have all the thumbnails, I have really good descriptions, and that is why I'm making more sales. Pricing is another thing that I see teachers aren't doing correctly. Pricing can make or break your sales as well. So you don't want to underprice, you don't want to overprice. You really want to think about a good average. So do some market research and see what are other people charging, and kind of find a good middle ground there. So Katie, make money on TPT. Yes, I am doing it, and I'm seeing many of our students doing it as well. You just need some proper training, and you need to upload your resources the right way. So head to lindsaybowden.com/challenge. You can catch up on the challenge videos very quickly, and you can join us inside the Resource Academy at 50% off this week only.